Hello, Knowledge family. How's everybody doing? Kendall, I seen your message. All right, that's cool. You be careful driving out there now. Make sure you be careful driving. Please do. I'm going to wait for a couple of people to come in here. Thank you, Kendall R. Be safe now. Jerry K. Lipscomb. Good afternoon, Cafe. You are incredible and have a great sense of humor. Thank you. To stay woke, salute to y'all all. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Make sure everyone hits the like button as well. And sometimes people say when they hit the like button that it kicks them out and then they have to come back in. So I'm sorry for that, y'all. That's some of YouTube stuff, but thank y'all for if it kicks you out, y'all come right back in. Appreciate that. Malcasta. I keep Malcsta. Salute, family. Salute. Jim C. Thank you, Jim C. Hello. How you doing? How's everybody doing today? My Syndra Moore. Hey, how you doing? Beautiful soul. DH. Joy Boyd. TS in the house. Bass Solo in the house. Salute to the moderator. Salute. Kendall R. Bass Solo and TS. Salute to the moderators in the house. Yes. Jeff Crenson. Hello. Tidra Thompson. Hello. Brian McLean. Hello. Muhammad. Hello. Hello to everyone. So glad to see everyone today. Now, I know, Kendall, you driving, so we understand. But to the chat and to the moderators, we're going to start off with this here. Can anybody put any suitcase in the chat? If you have any suitcase, can you put some suitcase in the chat? I started off, okay? And then I want to know if y'all can put some bumper cars in the chat. It's three things that I'm going to ask, want to see if y'all can put it in the chat for me. Appreciate it. Okay. And then one last thing. I don't see no suitcases. I don't see no bumper car. Okay, I do see the bumper car. Thank you, Brian McLean. He got my suitcase ready. Okay. And then TS, y'all see the bumpers. I see the bumpers. Tidra Owens, salute. See the bumpers. And okay, Muhammad, I see the suitcase. Yes. Okay. And let me see here. And I'm asked for three things. So I asked for the suitcase. I asked for the bumper cars. And the next thing I'm gonna ask for is some airplanes. Can I get some airplanes in the chat, please? Can I get some airplanes in the chat? Yes. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Brian McLean. Snoozer Roll. Hello. How you doing? Wanda McGill. Thank you. Thank y'all all. Thank y'all all for the suitcases, the bumper cars, and the airplanes. Yes. I appreciate that. Okay, and I got mines up in there too. Now, I asked for these. I asked for those three things: the suitcase, the bumper cars, and the airplane. Because in some of this video, we might have to, somebody come in the chat or somebody is disrespectful. We might have to pack them up, put them in the bumper car, and send them on a flight. Okay? First class flight up out of here. Okay? It's just the bottom line. And I'm going to be riding them bumpers and packing some people up as well. Okay? That's just what we do over here. Okay? With knowledge, of course. Okay? So, I'm going to give some more shout outs and then we are going to start. I don't know where to find that stuff you're asking for a crush. You ain't got to worry about it, crush. We got your back. You ain't got to worry about it. We already done put it up there. We done put the suitcase, the bumper cars, and the airplanes, okay? We got you. That's what we here for. That's what we here, to have each other back. Yes, yeah. Oh, thank you. Moon Eyes World said, love that Royal Blue Cafe. Thank you so much. Foxy 2, Roxy 3. Hello, how you doing, Foxy and Roxy? Yes, okay. And thank you so much, Jeff. Said you are the greatest. Thank you so much. Yes. TS got that popcorn ready. Yes, we in there. Okay, down to it. Did the little opening, but let me start. I was saying sorry that I was a little bit late today. Yeah, no, we do a lot. We also do decorating for events, big events and things like that. So I have a business that a team does decorating work for weddings. They decorate everything, events. And then I have a team on the other hand that we do justice, investigation, and things like that, for families, helping families out here in all communities. Then I try to squeeze in the YouTube. Okay, so it's just spread all over. And this weekend, when I scheduled this live Sunday, it's Senior Bowl. Senior Bowl, we had a lot of engagements, important engagements to do dealing with the Senior Bowl. They had it yesterday, but it's been like all week, okay? So excuse me for being a little late. Now, let's get on this, because I noticed that it's a couple of people. You know what? I'm gonna shout y'all out one more time. One more time. Lori Thompson, I said crush. Tara, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Savon, how you doing? Perry, how you doing? Let me see if I missed anybody. And thank you to all the viewers as well. The Jacqueline Brown, hello. Salute to y'all all that's viewing as well. Could y'all please hit the like button? Please. First of all, I did see a couple of people when that little brawl broke out with Tiffany and her powder puff boys, because they are no longer goons, okay? We're going to get to that. They are no longer goons. They are the powder puff boys, okay? Point blank, period. Now, but I did see that it was some people, I guess, in the Chicago area, around in that area, they kept making a point like, that didn't happen in the village. That happened in the township. So y'all don't mix it up. Y'all get it right. It was just some people that wanted to specify when things happen in the village, they make sure to specify it wasn't the township, it was the village. And then when something happened in the village, the township is vice versa. The township want to make sure we all know that didn't happen in the village, it happened in the township. And so people are like, okay, but let me say this. And I don't want nobody to get mad. Y'all just know cafe. I'm just, I'm real with it. I always been real with it. Have no choice but to be real with it. You have a mayor / supervisor that from the very beginning, she said, I'm super mayor. She combined the two, not us. She combined the two. See, she should have been not label herself super mayor. And then she will tell you, because I'm a supervisor and I'm a mayor. Okay? She don't separate the two. She says she is super mayor. So when people get it super confused, don't get mad. Because see, when she first started naming herself super mayor, she should have been stopped. She should have been stopped. Oh no, when she was doing her meetings or she's doing her functions or whatever she's doing in the village, somebody should have said, don't add that super over here. You are Mayor Henyard, Madam Henyard. Okay? You are mayor over here. Don't go calling yourself no super nothing over here, because you are a mayor over here. And the township should have done the same thing. You're not our mayor over here. You are our supervisor over here. So we need you to title yourself as that. Don't be trying to combine the two, because then people will get it confused. And when people get it confused, I don't see why people have a problem with people getting it confused. The mayor/supervisor put it together, not the public, not the viewers, not the content creators, none of that. So I just thought, because I did see every time somebody make a mistake and say, the mayor did this, because I said it in my video that I said about the brawl. I said, Tiffany is a mayor/supervisor. And then people say, she's not the mayor of the township. I gives no hell that she's not the mayor of the township. She said she's super mayor. She put the two into one word. Therefore, it's one person, one word for everything. She did that. Don't get mad at her. Go to her. You should have stopped her from saying it from jump. That's just how I see it. I'm sorry. She should have been stopped from combining the two. Yes, one person holding two positions, two important positions. So when people get it confused, hey, don't get mad at it. That didn't happen over here. That happened over there. No, she's not that. We gives no damn. She the one that named herself that. So people should have said, no, you cannot call yourself that. When you over here, you are mayor. When you over there, you are supervisor. So that it don't confuse nobody. But nobody stopped her. So it joined the two together. Rather they two separate positions or not, it's the same person. That's all I had to say about that one. Yeah. And her goons are powder puffs. Yes, they are. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that. Let me see if y'all have anything to say. Foxy 2 Roxy, she said, love you saying powder puff boys. Yes, Foxy, that's what they are. They the powder puff boys. Yes, ain't no more goons there. They powder puff boys. Yes. Yeah, good powder puff boys too. And them girls are backyard Barbies. Yes, they are. They are backyard dumpster trash. That's what they are. All Tiffany female goons. Yeah, I'm gonna get on all that. But I just had to say that right quick. For the ones in the back. Now, Bert Oderson, shout out to Vivian Allen, because she went to that electoral board meeting, because they're trying to, is Keith Price, Michael Smith, and some more trying to boot Napoleon up off the ballot. Okay. And Bert Oderson and their legal team, I guess, is all one big legal firm, but I guess because Mr. Burt, he talks a lot, we kind of know him, but it's all a legal team there. It was about 3 or 4 of them there. Okay, they was eating Michael, the bubble butt Michael. They was eating him up. I said, I see why Tiffany don't want to pay Mr. Burt and his law firm, because they will chew you up and spit you out, because they got to talking about Michael. Michael had to be a witness up on the stand, family, at this electoral board meeting the other day. And honey, did they not eat him? I'm talking about just, he was chopped stew. He was chopped stew, family. Yeah, they brought up his background and everything. And Michael was sitting up there lying on his background. We're going to talk about that too. But now I see why Tiffany don't want to pay Mr. Oderson. Yes, because he going to eat her. He going to get her. And besides, like we said before, he have said out of his own mouth, he has been a witness against some mayors, and the mayors has gotten convicted and did some time for it. Okay, so that's another reason why the hen don't want Mr. Burt Oderson and his law firm around. But they ate up little Michael. Okay, they ate him up so bad until Keith Price It just looked like he said, damn it, I don't even want to go up on the stand now. We doomed. Let me just give me my paperwork and we talk about this on the next go around, because this right here. And Michael was too through. Yes, did he not look like boo-boo on his face? Family, let me say thank you to the Granny G. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much. Muhammad says, why no arrest at all? Yes, I know, right? We'll get on that subject as well. Yes, we'll get on that. Yeah, but I was glad to see Michael get. Now, my thing is, in this electoral board meeting that they so-called had, I'm trying to figure out why Mr. Napoleon, they worried about where he stayed, where he got a house in the area that he should qualify to be able to run. But they want to know, do he stay in it? Was his lights on? Was his TV on? Did he flush the toilet last week? No, they didn't flush the toilet for 3 weeks, so that means they don't stay there. The refrigerator ain't got but some applesauce in it, so that means that he don't stay there. How the hell you know he ain't got nothing but applesauce in it? Because Michael been riding around chasing and stalking Mr. Napoleon for almost a year. What? That came out in the courtroom. The folks said, well, how do you feel or know that Mr. Napoleon don't stay there? Oh, well, because his Mercedes was in the yard last week, and then I went back and it had dust on it, and then I seen that he drives a blue, I don't know if it's a blue Suburban or a brown Suburban, but it ain't been moved either. But then I did see some foot tracks from the snow. But I can't tell you who feet went in them snow tracks. But I don't think it was Napoleon feet that made them snow tracks. It looked like it could have been a baby feet. I don't know. But then when I rode by last week, and it's how many times did you ride by? Oh, about 58 times. I rode by his house about 58 times, and I saw the TV was all of a sudden on. And the TV is in the back corner, up in the sky. But now it's not in the sky. It's in the third room from the back porch. No, it's in the kids' room, but the TV was on, and they was watching Price is Right. And so I said, okay, somebody is there today. What the hell are we doing? Oh, you said Michael actually is stalking Mr. Napoleon about do he stay there or don't stay there, who stay there. Come on now. They look at the water bill and all that. But what I ain't seen nobody do is provide us no information on Tiffany Henyard, who is now a write-in candidate, right? It don't matter if you feel like she's going to get all the write-ins or not. Why haven't we seen all of her documents? How many times did she flush the bathroom and where she stayed at? And do she stay there? She say she stay there, but have anybody been outside to see if she come in and out of that house, and when she go in and what color her pajamas is and where her TV stand at and all that? Have anybody done that yet? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. How come everybody really can't tell us where Tiffany stayed? We know, and everybody say, when they did the peaceful protest at the house Tiffany says she resides in, everybody said real quick, she don't stay there, her mama stay there. The point is, she's using that address, right? Is the bills in her name? Is the water bill in her name? Is the light bill in her name? Probably not, because she got Miss Janetta to keep all the bills in her name. So why isn't Tiffany providing the same for the township electoral board? See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All this flip flop. No. And of course, they said, well, if Napoleon probably would have challenged her or something like that, and he probably didn't want to do all that and all, stuff like that. But hey, Let's not put it like your write-in has a permanent address, because the only permanent address I know Tiffany to have is just ice skate rink. That's the only thing I know that she got her name or her, her AKA just ice. That's the only place I know that Tiffany ever really put their name on. And she used the kid name for that, like a bootleg parent. A bootleg parent always putting their kid's name on shit. Why is that? They kid, the light bill in the kid's name, the car notes in the kid's name. The kid ain't but 4 years old. But she got just ice. It's named after her loved one. How come her residence ain't named after her? She just say she stay there. Is the light bills in her name and all that, gas bill and all that in her name? Is the car she driving in her name? Oh, I tell y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. Hard to prove, Ma'am A said, hard to prove Tiffany lives there, but law, I think she's more than 50% to be the citizens, just like Napoleon is as well. Napoleon not only have a residence in the township area, also has a place of business. He runs a business up out of there as well. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Yeah. Oh, Muhammad said, wasn't that a public ice rink? In some ways you could say no, because the ice rink was never really open to the public unless the hen was using it. That's what the trustees say. She used their money, unapproved, took their land, unapproved, and put that ice skate rink down there, unapproved, and then named it after her AKA Just Ice. Unapproved. Anyway, don't come with me with that. Cooking with Frank, salute. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation as well. Thank y'all all. Thank you so much. Yeah, so hey, I don't consider that public. When it's shut away from, the public cannot use it until she say you can use it, but she use it all the time for her special events. No, I ain't no. I'm sorry. Anyway, the hen been flapping all over the township and the village. Nobody has really shown us proof of where Tiffany really reside. I'm talking about with her name on it, her light bill, her water bill, all that stuff. I ain't talking about, oh, she live in that house. She was living in Miss Janetta's house. It wasn't her house. And Miss Janetta kept all the utilities in her name. So therefore, why are you hiding that you don't want for anybody to say, yeah, that's their house. This is their house on record. And they do stay there. Now, do they stay there every day and all day like that? Probably not. Tiffany can't even show that. But Michael running around stalking Mr. Napoleon. And see, that's what I'm talking about Michael, because he clearly said that man's address on camera, on TV, when he was doing a news conference. He told that man's address. And then Michael turned right around and told the people as a witness at this electoral board meeting that he has been over Napoleon House so many times within this past year. Seeing, looking, but didn't take no pictures. He just saying what he saw. What he saw, and it was this and it was that. And he even talked about having footprints in the snow. See, the last week when I went, it wasn't no footprints in the snow. But then 2 days later, I came back, footprints was in the snow. But it don't look like it's Napoleon footprints. It look a little bit what the hell are we doing here? So the board is going to allow, they hear stalking features with no pictures, no nothing. It's stalking. So you mean to tell me that Tiffany and her goons are not stalking the residents? He clearly was saying, as he was speaking, that is stalking behavior. So they doing it to the residents as well. So that's why when the residents say that, they be coming to their house, pulling up signs and coming to their house and, bullying them and intimidating them. Yeah, I believe that. Michael sat right up there at a witness stand and say, yeah, they do that. That's what they do. They go to people's house all the time and look at them and sit across the street and sit down the street, go around the corner and sit back, then come back 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, then 1 o'clock in the morning, then 9 o'clock in the morning. What are we doing here? Wow. And then Michael had the nerve to say he don't support Tiffany. He said he didn't, and then he kept saying, could you re-ask that question? The lawyer said, the question is plain and simple. Do you support Tiffany Henyard? Can you rephrase that question another way? What? Boy, just go and say, yeah. He said no. To show you how quick they lie. Even under oath. Even on a witness stand. They will lie quick. Michael has been seen standing in news conference with Tiffany. Always with Tiffany. And he gonna say, nah, I don't support her. Because he just didn't want to say yes as a witness. Like, yeah, I do. So it just goes to show how much quick they lie. They lie real quick. And then he told them people he didn't steal gas. Yes, you do steal gas. Yes, you do. You steal gas. Y'all all, I'm telling you, y'all all sticky fingers. Money missing, gas missing, property missing, all that. Ain't gonna talk about. They say, have you ever been convicted of whatever for stealing gas? No. Boy, you ought to stop it. See, I told you they sticky fingers. All of them. And then had the nerve to want to invite the public to a sticky blueberry joint. I told y'all, don't go. Don't go. Anybody with sticky fingers that offer you to a sticky situation. No, we good. We don't want no type of syrup, no blueberries, no nothing from y'all. Y'all already sticky fingers. DeMarcus picked up a phone, that's sticky fingers. Where'd that phone go anyway? When the brawl happened. But anyway, let me show y'all. Michael said, he said, they said, have you ever been convicted of stealing the phone? Of gasoline. He said, no. I said, boy, you ought to stop that line. So you can't trust nothing. You can't trust nothing these fools say. Okay. What that say? Michael was charged for gasoline theft. Oh, thief. Then he made a false police report claiming his cell phone was stolen. That's when that girl ex-boyfriend was going to get in his butt. Yes, they sticky fingers. They sticky fingers. So all they know how to do is steal. Told that lie, so they can't be trusted. No, they can't. They can't be trusted. Let me see what y'all saying in here. A sticky situation. Yes, Doghorn K. Hello. Grace A. Hello. Dale. Hello. Paul Cousins. Salute from London. Salute to all y'all. Sal, serve, save. Salute only O. Salute. Aztec Warrior. Gasoline theft. Yes, Cooking with Frank. Yes, I showed you. I just showed you the thing. I ain't lying. He stole gasoline. Yes, he did. And then when the man asked him in that electoral thing, because he had to be like a witness, and he was up there, because since he want to boot Napoleon off, they was showing the board Michael's credibility, which is not good. And he makes false reports. So if you make false reports, why we supposed to believe that when you say you went to Napoleon house and all that stuff and it was empty and it wasn't nobody here and then that, how we supposed to believe you when it clearly said one time you made a false report about a cell phone? Then how we supposed to believe you when it clearly say you did steal gas? And the man asked you that. That lawyer asked you that and you said no. Boy. And the lawyer even said, after he got through questioning Michael, he told the board, I never did think or expect he would perjure himself like this. I couldn't either. No, I couldn't either, y'all. The Powder Puff Boys and the Backyard Barbies. Yes. They desperate right now. They are. They are desperate right now. And that brawl that we saw, that didn't do nothing but show us that they all are going back to what they know. Gang behavior, gangster behavior, backyard Barbie and powder puff behavior. See, they're going back to their streets behavior. That's what it is. They're going back to the streets because they feel like they done lost control of things. So now they taking it back to the streets. So they just running things like they used to run things. They were still running the town kind of like a gangster way. But now they done got desperate. They gonna fight. They gonna act a fool. They gonna do all that. They gonna provoke people into a beef and all that stuff like that. Oh yeah, they going back to their old roots. They go because they basically there already. Okay, because Tiffany finna be booted out of there. Point blank period. Yeah, so they just going back to their old roots of fighting and all that. And you have to be careful when a group like that get this desperate. You really do. You got to be very careful when they get that desperate like that, because they are liable to do anything. They are liable to set up anything. Y'all heard Michael. Well, y'all didn't hear him, and if you didn't, I know Miss Vivian Allen, shout out to her. You know, it was on there. Michael was sitting up there talking about how many times. I was shocked at how many times for a whole year he been back and forth. He was going to Napoleon's house as if he Napoleon's roommate. He was just going and going. Well, damn, you ain't got nothing else to do. Where your house at? Or do you stay with your grandmama? Or your auntie that you tried to get violence with? Because he tried to get violent with an old auntie in her 60s. That's on record too. So we don't believe nothing you say, Michael. No, we don't. Now, before I get to that, that Cooking with Frank, the Hunchback of Thornton Township. Yes, that's what they are. Because DeMarcus, the way he got behind Kamal was real suspect. I'm sorry that was suspect. Now, I just want to say this right quick. I do know when I saw Miss Lightfoot last report, because I didn't even do a video on that because I was going to wait to do that one in the township together, but then the brawl broke out, so I just went on and said something about the the township. So, but her report was real light. It was real light, and I do understand it was given that the end is near. That's what that report was given. The report was given, I have to tiptoe on this one. I'm going to show y'all some things, and she did. But I got to tiptoe on this one. I can't really go in like I did that first report. But I'm going to show y'all some things. That some stuff is missing. But it's some things, it's some more things that I'm not going to say. I'm going to tiptoe around it because the end is near. And I ain't trying to give the Powder Puff Boys and the Backyard Barbies no head up. Okay? That's what it was given. Because you remember when Miss Lightfoot first report came out, Tiffany and the Powder Puff Boys was trying to cover tracks. They started trying to cover tracks because now they know what Miss Lightfoot knows, or what the trustees know, and what the public know, and what the feds know, because Miss Lightfoot told it. Okay, she told it in the open. And Tiffany and them started covering their tracks real hard then. Okay, whatever they heard within that first report, they was trying to straighten it out, destroy it, or something. Okay, that's what it was given. So in this report, it gave tiptoe. Okay, it was very light. It was, and I do understand. I really was looking for more, but then when I saw how she did it, because remember we've been doing that type of work, okay, for a long, long time. I said she tiptoeing. She tiptoeing. And as I listened to that report more, I said, the end is near. It's near. It's near. The end is near. It is. And I feel like by September, Tiffany gonna get them cuffs. That's my opinion. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because normally I did hear her say that the feds or somebody won't probably touch her right now because it's during election time and they don't want to make it look like they interfering in an election by grabbing an elector official, and then that other one can win clean, without any challenges, right? So I can understand that point. But I do feel after the election that it takes another 3-something months to get into the area that they want to get into. See, like right now, Tiffany and them is running everything. Doors, they got everything in certain spots. When somebody else get in there, they're able to bust in there and see exactly what's missing, what's been erased, all that stuff. They're able to go in there themselves. And because the new person, rather it be Napoleon or Nate Fields or whoever that's running in the township, and then in the village, whoever wins there, Clean House 2025. But anyway, whoever wins there, because it's more than just them on the ballot. But so whoever gets the spot will be able to go in there and they could see everything. What's been missing, what's destroyed, what's been erased, if laptops are missing, if phones are missing, if all that type of stuff, they'll be able to see. That's why I said September, because what they said February is when that election starts or whatever. You got one for April or something like that. So you say May, June, July, August. You give about 4 months for that new person, and then they can communicate with who they need to communicate with. And then I think September she's gonna be gone. Yeah. Down there to the pokey. Yes, down there to the pokey. You know what? I'm gonna say that one right there. But I do think this is the calm before the storm. Yes, I do. I think it's the calm before the storm. Now, Tiffany walked up in there. I don't know if y'all remember this, family. I'm gonna give y'all one more shout out. But when I be on the run, I be yo, what's going on? Hunter Green in the house, other moderator, what's going on? Shantina, how you doing? How you doing? Money's World, how you doing? Hello and salute to everybody. If I missed you, Miss P and all of y'all. Lady Luck Club. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Lady Luck Club. Yeah, so let me say this right here too, family. Y'all remember, because see, I never did get to touch on this for real, but y'all remember that Tiffany went back to court for them liquor license. She was supposed to sign over to the lady, okay? And then Tiffany caught that contempted court charge because she wanted to be stank with the judge and have a stank attitude and try to make up excuses and all that stuff. But tell me, Tiffany walked up in there like she had did 8 clothes of laundry. I said, Tiffany looked just like 8 loads of dirty laundry. Why did Tiffany go up in that courtroom looking like that? That's another thing. She went to the courthouse looking raggedy. But then she'll go into these meetings like she's doing the Housewives of Chicago. You can't make this up. She's supposed to be neat going into a courthouse. Tiffany turned that corner looking like straight laundry. Yeah, it's dirty laundry. I said, what is going on here? Yeah, I see it. Why did Tiffany and Kamal walk in there like this right here? What? Why did Tiffany walk in there looking like this? And then go not want to sign no license and all that, just looking straight through like she did 8 laundry baskets and she had on dirty clothes. That's what it looked like to me. I'm sorry. Now, why she don't go in the meeting looking like that? I said, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Just straight disrespectful. If my mayor would have went in there looking like, why is our mayor looking like she just got through doing 8 buckets of laundry? This don't make no sense. But then when it's time for the meeting, has she come trying to be a reality housewife of Chicago of a married man? Yeah. We dating married men reality show. How that's working out for you? Yeah, it ain't working too good. I can tell you right now, baby, that was straight pathetic. I said, look at this girl here. Then went up there with an attitude with this judge, and the judge was saying, here, sign this. She still don't want to sign it. She coming up with all kind of excuses not to sign the liquor license. And the judge got fed up and said, you know what? Contempt, indirect, because you just don't want to act right. So if Tiffany don't obey judges, well, we already knew that. She didn't obey Kwame. He the AG. He said, send all that paperwork over. Tiffany like, we'll send you about 2-3 pieces of paper, bro. And that's it. And that's what she did. And guess what? Kwame didn't say nothing. Why is that? Yeah. But anyway, Tiffany got that contempt. So she got an answer to that. Yes, she do. And another thing. Let's get back to this meeting about this little brawl thing that went on, okay? Because I'm not through talking about that. I did so, when I seen that, I was so disgusted. I never do no type of video at no 12 midnight, okay? That was just, it had just pissed me to the highest festivity, okay? So I had to say something about that. But let me also say this right here, family. Is that Miss Vivian, shout out, because I was looking at her at first. And see, I'm gonna be careful about them who I send the traffic to, because something stink, but I ain't gonna say nothing right now. I'm gonna just wait and see how the thing work out, okay? But anyway, Miss Vivian, I was looking at her channel when this thing broke out. But at the beginning, or they had recess. And she went over there and she talked to Robert Hunt. Family, if Robert Hunt don't look like he's about to throw in the mud towel, Robert Hunt looked like the mud towel is heavy. It looked like mud is just, it looked like his towel looked like it was mud mixed with cement. If Robert Hunt, he looked it through, honey. He looked like that towel was weighing him down. He said, it looked like it's not long before, I don't know, Robert might turn in, I don't know, he might throw in the towel. Look at Robert. Miss Vivian was talking to Robert. Robert looked like, damn it all, I'm tired. I'm about to throw the towel in. Y'all can have this. I'm done. Poor Robert. Robert was looking like this. And then Miss Vivian had the nerve to say, well, how you doing? He didn't even want to answer. She said, you got a lot of work you're going to have to do after this. What you planning on doing after this? Robert didn't answer. Robert didn't say nothing. Robert just like, Robert about ready to throw the towel in. He is. The towel done got too heavy. That's what it was giving. Robert was looking like he went 8 rounds on his chin. I'm telling you, that man looked like he went about 18 rounds on his chin. He is tired. He been dragged. He holding on to the mud towel. It ain't doing him no good. He's dragging. He's about to say, you know what? I'm finna go to the FBI myself. I'm tired. Robert looked too through sitting there. He looked at too through. He didn't tell Miss Vivian to move or nothing like that. She was just talking. He doing like that. And Robert looked like he about to switch and turn in a minute. I'm sorry. Have the FBI been over there to see you, Robert? Because you sure did look terrible. You look like your mind was heavy. Like it's just heavy. You just don't know what to do. But what you do know is you tired of the mess that's going on with you and the Powder Puff Boys and that mud wildin' hen. That's what it looked like. I said, damn, his mind tired. Look at his mind heavy. His mind was heavy, family. Yeah, it was. His mind, he was sitting there looking heavy. It was looking heavy. Now, they put Kamal and that William Moore on leave with pay. I think, they probably got that little strategy going because they did do Lacey and Stacy like that too. Where is Stacy? Do anybody know where Stacy Carell at? Where is Stacy at? The cowboy hat, no horse rapper. Where he at? Is he getting some act right behind the scenes? Because we really have not seen him rolling with that hen and the Powder Puff Boys in a minute. Anna Green said the Powder Puff Boys. Yeah, that's what they is. They not goons no more. And see, Cooking with Frank had already said that he had seen that they weren't what they put out to be, you know what I'm saying? But they was just acting like they was so hard. But then to see that they have no type of fight in them, honey, if them ain't Powder Puff Boys, I don't know what to tell you. Paul Cousins said Leota's fight like a fairy. Yes. He do. Shay in the house. Hello. Lady Luck Club. She said Stacy superintendent, a public worker. Oh dear Lord, he's probably hiding. Yes, Lady Luck. Because Orlando Gus, shout out to you. Shout out. Yeah, Lady Luck. He's part of He's part of maintenance and things like that. Yeah. And I think he got laid off too, along with Lacey and them, if I'm not mistaken. But the thing is, we haven't seen him out with them like we used to. He has been missing for some months now. Just chill. We don't know where he at. You know, that's why I asked, is he getting some act right? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I just noticed that he's missing. He's missing in action. Yes, he is. Now, I noticed that at this meeting that it was told to us, even in emails with people who live in the township and the village, it was told to me that Tiffany and them, when everybody got there, it was no security at first. And Carmen had to call for security. Don't know how true that is, but it sounds about right. Okay. Just going off of some of the emails that we got. Now, it shows me that Tiffany and her powder puff boys and her backyard hens had planned not to have security there. See, when you don't want to have security somewhere, that means that, okay, if something breaks out, nobody can really get help, not security help, not professional help, okay? It's just fair game. It's just fair game. So that was red flag number one, if that's true, okay? And the thing about Kamal and William having with pay, I think that probably a couple of weeks later, they was going to vote without pay, you know. But my thing is, it should have just been without pay because they haven't produced anything. They haven't produced any type. They haven't done anything. No efforts on nothing. We don't know what the youth club really consists of. How many kids in that youth program? Just Tiffany little girl. Because it's just given that it's no youth program, okay? We ain't heard a parent yet say nothing about that youth program. Almost 2 years that we've been checking it out, I've never heard one person come up there and say how well of a job that Kamal and, Stan, because Stan was a part of that too, and William Moore, like how well everything is going in this youth program. It's just a name, but it's no existence. Crazy. Now, I do want to say, what was that? I was going to say, yeah. My thing is this right here. The Powder Puff Boys and Tiffany, they set up like a perimeter. And I don't know if a lot of people saw that, but it was, hold on, I see a super chat. Willie Will, thank you so much for the generous donation. Thank you so much for your generosity. It is so greatly appreciated. Willie Will says, much love to you, Cafe, Mars, and chat. Stay good. God bless to all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for your donation. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. But you have to understand that night, Tiffany and them had that township in a perimeter. You had some of the backyard Barbies was in the front with William Moore on the right-hand side. Then you had some of the Powder Puffs and the backyard Barbies in the back. Then you had some of them on your far left. So then you had Tiffany in the front. So they had set up this perimeter that was kind of strange, because watching that meeting, you used to Tiffany folks over here and then the residents kind of over here. Sometimes they'll mix it up, but not really. But far as they all over the place like that, It looked at suspect. It looked at plan. And that brawl looked planned on Tiffany and them side. Yeah, because they knew that agenda had already came out, 48 hours prior? That Kamal and William was going to be kind of laid off with pay. They knew what would come next after that. Tiffany did not want that to happen. She did not. She know what the next step is. That the next meeting, most likely their name going to be on there to be removed. And that's Kamal $100,000 a year job gone. Because, see, they banking on at least keeping that money until it's time for her to walk out the door. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be something that everybody need to keep their eyes on. Because what happened in that meeting, that brawl, most likely will get worse. They are desperate. Telling y'all from goon perspectives. I'm telling you, we done investigated too many. We done looked at too many. The signs is clearly there. It's there. It's going to get worse. It's going to happen in the village. It's going to get worse. Because you got to understand, y'all remember, people act like this didn't almost happen before. You remember in the village, the Powder Puff Boys was sitting behind the village administrative office that they had no business being. DeMarcus is the one who started that. He started talking to the residents with his smart mouth, and the residents jumped up, and it was a big back and forth. But Lacey was part of the department then, but everybody had kind of got involved to try to break it up. But it was almost close that day. But now, they ain't got nothing to lose. They ain't got nothing to lose. It's going to get worse than that. It's definitely going to. And I noticed that a lot of people, not a lot of people, but you see some of the media love to say, you have some that'll say, oh, Tiffany was trying to stop it. Then you have some that'll tell it like it is. I'm talking about some of their little local news thing around there. You have some that'll tell it like it is. She ran right into the brawl. She joined into the brawl. Then you have some say, some say she was trying to break up the fight. Anybody that like we don't have eyes. We saw Tiffany jump in there to try to save her boyfriend. And she was wailing. And she was kicking too. Okay? Yes, she was. It was no trying to stop nothing. And it wasn't no weapons involved. So I'm not going to even talk about that. I'm not going to even start swinging that through the atmosphere, because that's what they try to do when they want to switch the narrative into the Hen's favor. They want people to talk about, oh, well, a possible weapon and all that. No, we're not going to do that. Okay? People done rewind it, fast forward, flipped it up, flipped it down, and all that stuff. But it wasn't none of that going on at all. Okay? Besides Tiffany and them running up and fighting. She was fighting. Okay, I'm sorry. You call it what you want to call it. My thing is this. When Tiffany was called the B word at the meeting, I hear a lot of people that'll say, oh, I just don't agree with him calling her that. Okay? My thing is, I want everybody to see if y'all can remember this here. Tiffany walked into a board meeting with a Nino Brown suit on. She says she's Nino Brown. She's the female Nino Brown. She walked in a whole meeting with residents, trustees, her board. She walked in with a Nino Brown outfit. She told her DJ, hit it, DJ. She said this. She said, for the trustees who keep voting not to give her money, and to the residents who keep talking about not giving her money. She said, hit it, DJ. And the song came on, Rihanna. Bitch better have my money. Give me what you owe me. Bees better have my money. Pay me what you owe me. Tiffany called the residents, the trustees, everybody in a Nino Brown suit. Bees better have my money. Some of the residents were sitting there. Some residents were bobbing their head to the Rihanna song. But the point is, she considered her community bees. Yeah, bitches better have my money. Pay me what you owe me. And when it got through playing, she told the DJ, thank you, DJ. So she can call her community, her people, bees. But when somebody call her one, it's a problem. I just need somebody to, I just need somebody to tell me about that right there. I'm just trying to figure out how do she get to call people that and nobody gets to call her that back. Somebody please tell me. Or maybe y'all just forgot. I always say how quick we forget. Yeah, I did. And I noticed that a lot of people probably did forget that. I didn't. Because, hey, she is one. Yes, she is. Anyway, let me see what y'all talking about. Yeah, did y'all forget that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Saint Sinner. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Saint Sinner said Jed agreed with her he was wrong. Understand that. Most men probably would say that they was wrong for that. Okay. That don't mean she ain't no bitch. I'm sorry. When I see a woman put a community in distress like this, bully them like this, intimidate them like this, take their money like this, dog them out like this, and then go to a big board meeting and play Rihanna with a Nino Brown suit on and tell the people, bees better have my money. If you are able to call me bees, why can't I call you one? And I'm supposed to be sorry for calling you one, but you don't never say sorry for calling me one. Come on, baby. Y'all got this game twisted up. I don't, it's 2005. Can anybody please check the calendar? Can anybody please check the calendar and tell me, is this we shall overgo? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we don't fight the same. Not in 2025. Okay? No. You call me one, I call you one. She has called that man that a whole lot of times. And the residents a whole lot of times. She's called them that. Anyway. And she the one said, and Foxy, yeah, right. She the one said she's a pit bull in the skirt. What is that? If I keep calling myself a fish, and then somebody called me a fish, why should I get mad? I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, it's just that, I don't know. I think a lot of people get bit in the boom boom by letting people dog them so many times. And then, because they have been gaslighted so long, because they've been getting that beat down. And they done been gaslighted so many times. And then when the person who's doing it to them, when the person who get beat down say, back to you. And then this person go, ooh, you wrong. Then everybody say, yeah, you are wrong. They're not saying how this person been beat down to the ground, been beat down. They just, when that person who got beat down finally say, back to you, all of a sudden, that person wrong. What are we doing? Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you so much for your generous donation. It says, I need therapy to cause of that mess. Oh, you need therapy because of that mess. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Kenneth Dawkins, thank you so much for your generous donation. Thank you so much. Now, let me go to this. Come on. Powder Puff Boys. Yes, they the Powder Puff Boys. Yeah. Come on with windmilling. I said, if they come out windmilling, he windmilling. I said, come on. What? Kamal windmilling blindly with his head down. And then DeMarcus, he kicking. I think I got him, boss. I thought, what the hell is we doing? I said, if these ain't the Powder Puff Boys, they are now Powder Puff Boys. And I know some other people got some more names for them too. But my thing is, DeMarcus ran right behind Kamal's bunkie. Why you run behind his bunkie like that? See, I'm trying to tell you, instant. It was very common for him to run around to the bunkie. I'm trying to figure out why is that. See, for one thing, you never hold no man like that. You know what I'm saying? But this thing here looked the real suspect. I'm like, duh. Then DeMarcus gonna jump on top of the table and try to kick at Lavelle. I said, oh my God. And then he started beating the TV. I said, can somebody tell me, is DeMarcus can't see out one eye? Like, is he blind in one eye? I'm just asking because he clearly thought that TV was somebody, and it wasn't. He was fighting the TV, and I'm trying to figure out what was that all about, or did he miss some type of dosage that he was supposed to have? But I'm trying to tell you, it all looked like blunt behavior. I'm sorry. The whole thing, Tiffany, her backyard Barbies, Kamal, DeMarcus, they was all giving sugar booger behavior. That's all it was. It gave me blunt behavior, blunt moves. I said, oh, see, when you call yourself want to be bad and you want to set up a plan for somebody, don't get drunk and high, because it showed right there on that floor. Y'all can't do nothing. Leave them blunts alone when you think you're finna scrap. Yes, because it showed. I said, look at the blunt windmill. It was terrible. I'm sorry. It was terrible. And let me see what y'all Spicy. I knew I seen one ever. Spicy, thank you so much for the generous donation. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. Thank you all for y'all donations today. Sugar bear behavior, Lady Luck said, yes, that's it too. Yes. Blunt windmill. I'm telling you, Shay and Patty, Yolanda, shout out to all y'all. Yeah, Shay, it was blunt windmill. It showed what I said. What is that? Was blunt movement. I'm telling you, that's what it was. I was tripping. Now, let me tell y'all this right here, because I noticed that when Kamal walked up there and Tiffany saw Mr. Lavelle Redmond, and when Kamal did, because Lavelle just put his hand up, did not touch Kamal. He was trying to put his hand up to tell him, don't touch Jed. okay? And then Kamal want to be funny and kind of knock Lavelle hand down. And that's when Lavelle was, try to, yeah, okay. Now, let me get these donations out the way, because I do want to say this. Muhammad, thank you so much again for your great donation and your generosity. Muhammad said most people turn their heads. It's national news. Yeah, they do. Most people do turn their head. It's national news. Thanks again, Spicy. Saint Center. She said, thank you, Miss Cafe, for all you do. Wiggly has to go. Yes, Wiggly has to go. Yes. And Sharon Jackson, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you all. Thank you all for your generosity. But let me tell y'all something. One thing a woman know is her ex. One thing a man know is his ex. He know if his ex can get down, and a female know if her ex can get down, okay? So, Tiffany was drawing the whole damn time doodling, okay? She wants to doodle. Yeah, she don't want to look up. She don't want to. She does it all the time. But even the B word did not bother Tiffany, okay? It really didn't. It was Kamal who, he wasn't going to say nothing either until Keith Price and, not Keith, yeah, it was Keith Price, and then it was DeMarcus. They looked over at Kamal to see if, oh man, you gonna take what he just said. That's what made Kamal get up. Kamal didn't want to get up, family, because he saw Lavelle standing there. See, when he saw Lavelle walk up, all you gotta do is look at when Jedediah was getting ready to speak. He said, oh, because I was distracted. Kamal looks at Lavelle like, you see? Now, but because his two Powder Puff boys looks at him after the B word was called, he say, I got to do something, okay? But one thing about it, Tiffany was doodling. The B word didn't bother. She still doodling. But when they said, what you say? And she peeked up and she saw Lavelle, Tiffany hauled ass. She haired up because, see, what a female do know is her ex. And she knew that Kamal was going to get some pork chops. She knew Kamal was about to get some pork chops. Kamal was finna get a 3-piece with a side of 2 black eyes. That's what he was finna get, the 3-piece. He was finna get a 3-piece snack with a side of 2 black eyes. She knew it. She knew it. That's why she dived. See, she dived. Tiffany was gone because she knew it. She knew, oh Lord, no. See, you can't tell me that Tiffany has not told Kamal previously when things go down. Sometimes you will see Mr. Lavelle in certain meetings. You will see him in certain meetings. And you can't tell me Tiffany ain't told Kamal and the rest of the Powder Puff boys. Just don't pay him no attention. He don't mean that. It's these people we focusing on. Don't worry about them. Don't even worry about him. She tells them that because she knows what that one there do, okay? Because she was fooling with him, okay? He was bodyguarding her at one time, okay? And then, probably frisking around in the bedroom and stuff, probably picked Tiffany up with one arm, okay? Yeah, see, she knows what that one there can do, okay? So when they got there and Tiffany got the doodling stopped. It stopped and she ran. She knew Kamal was doomed, okay? Yeah, she knew it. Oh, Lord. Oh, she had to go. She had to go. If it had been anybody else, she wouldn't have jumped like that. She wouldn't have jumped like that. She knew Kamal was finna get them pork chops. Yes, that's what she knew. That's what she knew. And a woman knows her ex. Just like a man knows his female ex. He could be with a female and he could see his ex. And if something looked like it's finna break out, if his ex can get out, he gonna tell the new one, go on, baby, get in the car. We ain't got time for this. We ain't got time for this, baby. Come on. Because he knows she gonna catch them pork chops. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. I'm not promoting violence at all. I'm just trying to tell y'all that Tiffany usually doodle, and she's doodled, and she don't want to look up. But it was something in her spirit that said, look up. And she looked up. Oh Lord. Because she knew Kamal was going to be down for the count. She knew it. That was her ex, man. She know it. She know it. That's why she jumped in there like that. That's why she was fighting for the crown. She was hoping that the ex would feel sorry for her and not swing as hard because it's her. Hey, baby, now you do remember, I'm gonna fight you, but don't hurt me. Yeah, yeah. We ain't crazy. We ain't crazy. Yeah, let me Muhammad, thank you again. Thank God no folding chairs stayed down, not like the riverboat at Montgomery, Alabama. Yeah, but you know, DeMarcus did have a folding chair. I'll show you in a minute. He did have one. So he needed to get some charges too, because he was trying to hurt somebody. Then it says, got it, boy Cassius Lamar. Thank you so much for your generosity, your donation. He said, Big Tiff might be safe since Daddy Trump freezing. Yeah, love helping out. Thank you so much for your donation. She said, Tiffany Doodling Saturday and Sunday. What I'm going to put on, and remember, she's in jail when she's in the jail cell. Can't be a dictator there. No, she can't. No, she cannot. She ain't gonna be able to be no dictator there for sure. No, she will not, honey. Nah, But yes, that's basically what it was, family. How embarrassing for a woman jumping into this. Denise Williams, shout out. AG Tactical, shout out to you. Salute, brother. Salute, brother. I'ma fight you, but don't hurt me. Yes. That's what it was given, AG Tactical. That's exactly what it was given. She ran over there and she wanted to help, but she was hoping that the ex don't put it, like it could soften Kamal blows, because that was his ex, Boy, you lucky you was standing there, because I would have got him. That's what she was hoping for. Yeah, that's what she was hoping for. Yeah, That's why she jumped in that fight like that. Yeah, because she already knew Kamal was gonna catch. He was gonna catch them pork chops. Yes, he was gonna catch him. You already seen that he was getting ready to line them up anyway. So yes, that's exactly what it was. And where was Stan at? Where was Stan and Andrew Holmes? Because see, I believe Stan used to be at the township meetings, things like that, but he stopped going. Yes, he didn't want to. He about knew it was going down too. You ain't want to get your patent leather shoes scratched up. That's about what it was given. Andrew Holmes. I heard somebody say Andrew Holmes said he wish he had been there. I don't know if the man said that or not, but Andrew Holmes wouldn't do nothing because he always lied. Andrew Holmes will lie on his own feet. He told us that he ran 9 blocks behind a car and then caught up to the car 9 blocks away and then got the criminal. Man, stop. Stop the cap. He lying. So if he lie on his feet, he wouldn't have did nothing there either but be on his ass. That's all he would have did, because he would have been right down there with Bookman. Y'all seen Bookman, aka the security guard. Bookman could not even get up. I said I felt sorry for aka Bookman. Lord have mercy. It's time for you to retire. Please send in your paperwork by 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, please do. Bookman wasn't worth a damn. AG Tactical, thank you so much. Salute to your family. Y'all go check out AG Tactical as well, and Cooking with Frank channel as well. Thank you so much for your donation, brother. Thank you so much. Yes. That's how we gonna need Bookman to turn in his papers in the morning by 8 a.m. We need you to turn them in. You ain't worth a damn, okay? Because when it come time for people thumping, we gonna need for you to be able to do something. And then when he got up off the floor, he left. He just went down the hallway, up some steps or something. I said, well, he done. He done. You know? And I can't feel bad for you because that's the job you chose to be security. Okay, I'm sorry. You chose that, and you be hanging with them goons and stuff real tight. They didn't care nothing about you when it was Tiffany that about ran up to you and knocked your ass down, and she didn't say sorry or nothing. That's how she do. So that's your home girl, okay? So when you got knocked down now, I was just like, I was hoping that somebody picked you up and that you okay and everything. But I can say that you need to turn in your retirement papers. You don't need to be no security guard, none of that. And don't even try to go down there to the nearest supermarket and try to be a security guard either. Just sit your ass down and then just drink on your coffee in the morning, okay? Read your newspaper or whatever you got to do and walk your dog. Please don't put on another uniform supposed to be a protector because you ain't it. I'm sorry. Bookman was through. Okay? Now, let me say this right here too. Let me say this right here. When Tiffany went over there, see, y'all thought I was lying, okay? Y'all thought I was lying when I called the girl a hen, okay? I always call Tiffany a hen. Hens know how to fly, okay? A short distance, but they can fly, okay? Only a short distance, but they can fly. Now, Tiffany, all of a sudden, she ends up from the table way over there getting into a man's fight. Something she ain't supposed to do anyway. But she did it, okay? But people was like, dog, you couldn't even catch on camera. You had to really stop it quick, to catch. She was moving, okay? I done told y'all hens can fly. Hens can fly a short distance, but then they don't have a soft landing. They always land, but it ain't soft. So they can fly a short distance. But when they land, it's not a smooth landing. It's a rough landing. And that's why I ass fell into that table, okay? Because hens cannot land with a soft landing. They always, soon as they land, it's boom, 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 boom. They're going to run into something, and then they do what they got to do. And it showed it right there. Tiffany landed, hit the table, bounced right back up, and started back swinging. I said, yeah, that hen there, that's a tough hen now. Y'all think I'm lying. I'm finna show y'all. Y'all think I'm lying. I'm finna show y'all. That's what hens never have a smooth landing. That's why when she landed, she ran clean into that table. Yes, because they don't land, smoothly. Yeah, See, y'all think I'm lying. Let me show y'all. Y'all think I'm lying. I think I got, here you go. Here you go. That's what hens and chicken do, okay? See, hens and chickens, they can fly. They can fly a short distance. But chicken are not built for long distance flight or smooth landings. Not in that. I told y'all. When I saw Tiffany go over there and bam, hit that table, I said, that's that hen coming out. That's that hen coming out. They don't land soft. They land rough. But then she got right back up, shook it off, and started back fighting. Yeah, I'm telling you. So now y'all know she is a hen. She's a hen for real. Now, can anybody tell me who is Raggedy Puff? Okay. And somebody said it was funny. Teresa Bell, shout out to you too. Mojo Blue Magic, shout out to you. Bubble V66, shout out to you. Mike, shout out to you as well. Shout out to all of y'all. Thank y'all so much. Okay. Yes. Now, let me say this right here too. Who is the raggedy Afro Puff chick? Okay, the raggedy Afro Puff chick who kept on trying to get into a confrontation with Miss Alicia. I'm gonna show y'all who I'm talking about in a minute. Who is she? See, all these backyard Barbies was in there. You can't tell one from the other one for real. Where's she at? Who is the powder puff chick? She got the raggedy Afro Puffs. She was hanging around William Moore. Oh, yeah, this is when DeMarcus had the red chair now. See, he had that chair. Yeah, he had that chair. know, who is the raggedy puff? Who is the raggedy afro puff right here? Her and William. Who is that? Because see, I noticed that she always telling Alicia that night after the thing was over with. Alicia was filming. She walks up to Alicia to start mess. Okay, and I'm gonna show y'all in my next video about that girl in the yellow that was sitting by Keith Price. Let me show y'all that right quick before I get on this raggedy powder puff head girl. Yeah, let me show y'all her. She was sitting by Keith Price. She was sitting by Keith Price, and I don't know if the residents know who she is, but this is where she was sitting. She has on yellow. That's all you can get of her. But if you look at the fight, she was swinging. She was kicking Jed too. Yeah, that one there. She was sitting next to Keith Price in the meeting. She had on that yellow. Yeah, somebody need to press charges on her too. Yes, press charges on her. I don't know who she was. Y'all will know over there. But anyway, the powder puff chick, she kept on telling Miss Alicia we could take it outside. She was messing with Miss Alicia, and then she told Miss Alicia take it outside. What is it about these old raggedy feet ass women that's with Tiffany, them backyard Barbies, dumpster trash, always telling somebody to come outside? Y'all remember when Tiffany had that blueberry sticky joint meeting in the daytime, then at nighttime they was over there in Harvey somewhere. That old lady that had them Epsom salt feet, she the one told Miss Alicia then that meeting we could take it outside. We could take it outside. Then this here meeting, right after all the brawl is over with, she finds Alicia to target Miss Alicia. See, all this was a setup. She targets Miss Alicia and she tells Miss Alicia to come outside. And Miss Alicia, like, for real? Like, what is this? And William Moore was with this lady talking mess to Miss Alicia. But this lady here, this old raggedy powder puff with the big old poof balls in her head, why it look like you missed about 8 salon appointments anyway? It looked like you missed about 8 hairstyle appointments. You don't need to miss not one more hairstyle appointment. Please go do something to your head while you sitting up there challenging Miss Alicia. It was giving jealousy. That's all it was giving. But she told Miss Alicia to go outside. Why go outside when the air and opportunity is inside too? It ain't nothing that we could do outside that we can't do inside. See, that's when you know a coward. If you right there, why tell somebody to take it outside? I never could understand that. You say, we could take this outside. No, we could do it right here. The place already messed up anyway. You got desks everywhere. The hen done flew into the desk. You got the bookman. He was on the ground. They just took him up. DeMarcus done tore up the TV. Chairs all over the place. What the place is already messed up anyway. Why we gotta wait till we go outside? Hey, what else can we can't mess up nothing else. Let's get it on. Let's go ahead on and do the Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on. That's all you gotta do. I ain't promoting violence. What I am saying is stop telling people to come outside. What you could do outside, you could do inside. I'm just saying. Why? Air and opportunity is inside, just like air and opportunity is outside. That's too much like work. Why we gotta walk out there when we right here? Hell, we can't tell too much more. Raggedy powder puff. Old backyard Barbie at her finest. Yes, she is. Powder puff chick. We gonna need you when Bookman go turn in his retirement papers at 8 o'clock. We gonna need you to hit that hair salon at 9 o'clock a.m. in the morning and do something about that nappy powder puff on top of your head. Please do. If you wasn't looking raggedy, you was looking raggedy. No, don't offer nobody outside. How about asking Miss Alicia, do she got the number to the nearest salon so you can get your head done? How about doing that? Yes, I'm so tired of these backyard barbers. Cooking what Frank said, she needs to at least separate those eyebrows there. Boy, y'all got me cracking up here. Y'all got me cracking up. Yes. No, ain't nobody been arrested that I know of. And I'm thinking they don't want to really arrest nobody because the mayor was involved. If you arrest one, you're gonna have to arrest them all. So they just like let them all go. Because if you arrest this one, you gotta arrest the mayor because the mayor was throwing licks and they know she was. You know? So you just kind of everybody was hitting each other, so we're gonna call it even. That's basically what they did. Yes. That's basically what they did. But we do need Aunt Fufu with the big nappy puffs. We need Aunt Fufu because I don't know what her name is. So we need Aunt Fufu to hair it up and go to that salon in the morning. Okay, that's all I got to say about that right there. But then I did see that they had a meeting, a Zoom meeting. They trying to remove this hen up out her seat. Yes, out of both seats to be exact. So they had a meeting and they had over 500 something people on a Zoom call. And they couldn't get all 5 of them in there and they had to redo it and 300 of them got in there. But it's some leaders and the community. They was all on this Zoom call and they are trying to come up with something to remove Tiffany right now up out of that mayor seat, supervisor seat. And the stories that you heard and the people who was talking, very concerned citizens, give them all they shout out because they all came together on that Zoom call and it was a good feeling to see them standing up. Yeah. And they making they demanding that the governor do something and demand that the AG do something. I don't think either one of them going to do anything. And then a lot of people say, oh, well, the AG and the governor are tied up in something else. No, they wasn't tied up in nothing else 2 years ago. They ignored it then. So we can't make excuses, I guess it makes some people feel good to have an excuse at the moment of why the governor and the AG can't step in because they too busy handling something else or they too busy handling immigration. No. We're not going to play that game. They was able to do that 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 1 year ago. They was able to handle Tiffany and they did not. Okay. So I don't think they're going to do anything now, but it was good to see them do that Zoom call. But what I do think that might have to happen is they're going to have to vote that hen up out them seats. Because I can tell you right now, nothing is going to get better. It's not. It's not going to get better. And to hear a lot of people kind of didn't watch the electoral meeting, you could clearly listen to how Michael say he has been over to Napoleon's house. Listen to how many times what he said he did, where he was at, and how he pulled up and rolled up on him and all that. Y'all think that's a senator they doing it to. So what you think they doing to just the residents? And they desperate right now. It's going to get worse. So they do need to try, if they can, to vote her about that seat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. Or have them meetings by Zoom. Sometimes I say stuff people don't want to listen. But then what? It's 98% of the time it be exactly what. Now I come back. I'm not a I told you so type person, but I said it. Tell me, better do a Zoom call. Yeah. Because a lot of Tiffany goons are inside of gangs. Yeah, they are. So it's just, it's just. Uh, I don't know. And the police can't be trusted. It ain't no sense in them talking about they finna send the South Harlem. I sat up there and seen residents, and I said on that night I was talking about the brawl. I said, hey, you go down to the police department and try to get a report. Those police officers wouldn't even take no report from them people. So you can't trust the police in the township area. In the village area too. I'm sorry. Tiffany handles it all. I'm sorry. And she also, let me just say this. She also has a lot of ties to media. What I mean by media. Tiffany, let me say this because then I want to say one thing about Miss Darlene. But Tiffany has this connection with media. I ain't talking about what I think. I'm talking about what I know. You look at my Tiffany Bullied Cafe, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, we have noticed that, it's certain people that do YouTube too in the media world, and they own YouTube as well. Now, I messed around there and I said, shout out to No Apologies, Just Me. Okay. And I sent the traffic over there. And then a lot of people used the video and some people got struck. And I felt so bad. Oh my God, did I not feel bad? That they got struck. And I was saying, go over, no disrespect, no none of that. It just hurt it. But I did notice that her content is owned by what is that content is owned by Storyful News, who their parent company is News Corp. Okay, now I noticed that those people, then Tiffany has also media Whitley. Okay, they based out of Georgia. Now it's a lot of media companies that mingle inside of the Chicago area, and the hen knows a lot of them. Okay, and in my case, when I got hit, it wasn't even Tiffany, but it was the orders from Tiffany. And if you look at that bully video, I go all the way to it connects us to the hen. Okay. Some people got fired for that on that end. And then that's when I did that FBI thing. Okay. People know what I'm talking about if they go back and look at that. Got bullied. But what I'm saying is Tiffany controls, and I didn't know. See, a lot of us YouTubers, we own our own content. We don't have a third party or fourth party. We have sponsors, but for somebody owning your stuff, a lot of us don't. So we could give authorization and let people use our stuff for no problem. But if your content is owned by a third party, that third party will strike you. Then you realize that the third party and then Tiffany's third party got a little talking. That's all I'm going to say. Because I noticed that it was only certain YouTubers that got hit. It was only certain YouTubers that got hit. And it was the ones who make a difference, who got that voice that people listen to. You got some people got hit, some people didn't. But it was the same content. Okay? So that means somebody was picked and singled out to hit. Okay? But I'll be more careful on how I send traffic. That's all I have to say on that one. So Miss Darlene, that lady looks scared as shit. I'm sorry. She looks very scared. She looks very timid. I know she sides with Tiffany, but I kind of feel for her too. You could tell she's scared to say yeah, no. She I just feel like she's being a little bullied. I could be wrong, but I just don't like the way she's I don't think that she can't make decisions on her own. I think she's just too scared to. And she's an elder. And that's what we keep saying about Tiffany handling the elderly. There's a lot of people should be nervous because Tiffany was the main one trying to do tech savvy. Get everybody information, the elderly. She got all their information on this tech savvy. And then when you look at Miss Darlene, man, I'm telling you, she right now, my opinion, she just need to do what Mr. Jerry Jones did. Leave. That way you don't have to be scared. I don't know. I just feel for the lady. I just feel for the lady. One last thing. How do Tiffany jump on citizens, throw hands with citizens, then use the citizens' tax dollars to hire a criminal lawyer to discredit the same people, the citizens that she's attacking, or she's abusing, or she's dogging, and all that? How do you do that? Goes to show how that girl is. She's heartless. She's heartless. She's heartless. She's heartless. She sat right up there and said she didn't do the shit she did. Just heard. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have no stake in your village or township. I am from Wales, UK. Oh, shout out to you in UK. Have watched a while now. God, please stop that hand. That's what you, yes. Shout out to you in the UK. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Love you so much. Love you, love you. Now, my thing is, how do you jump on the citizens, disrespect your title by jumping in something? Those are men. You had no business. And didn't you have security? Okay, you let security handle it, okay? But you didn't really want security there, okay? Security had to be bought in last minute. Red flag. But anyway, you do all this to these people, then use their money to hire a criminal lawyer, Bo Bridley, whatever. Use their money to hire a lawyer to discredit what they say they seen. Are you serious right now? You gonna say you was trying to break up something? You wasn't trying to break up nothing. Why? See how people gaslight you and pray in your face? Gaslight you? No, dog. Y'all really do. And let me tell y'all a flip thing, and then I open up the lines if anybody would like to call in. I'm gonna give y'all an example of a flip move, okay? A flip bait, put it that way. Tiffany sat right up there and did a little interview with a little lawyer. She's gonna try to put it on somebody had a weapon and all that. That's cap. We all seen it. That ain't gonna fly, girl. It's not gonna fly, okay? Now, but the thing is, she sat up there, she said, her lawyer said, she won't be coming to any meetings unless they have better security. That was a flip bait, family. Don't believe that. She won't be coming to the meetings unless there's better security. See, that was a flip move because she most likely will be at the next meeting. Okay? And if she don't, her goons will be outside. See, they're trying to make the residents feel safe. Come on out. Come on now. She said she ain't gonna come unless y'all have good security. She said she ain't gonna come. But all the while, if she don't enter that building, y'all better not trust the outside of the building. I'm just telling you about Powder Puff Boys, okay? Don't fall for the okie doke. That's the first thing. Out of all the stuff Tiffany and her lawyer was sitting there saying the other day, she finally speaks and all that. Everything else was want, except for she said, if they don't have better security, she won't be attending the meetings. That's a setup. That's a flipping switch bait. Because that would make everybody say, oh, she looks like they ain't gonna come to the meeting anyway, so we good. Yeah. All righty. They desperate right now. That's what they want. Because see, right now they know a lot of y'all not gonna come out. Because everybody worried about safety. So if she say, we ain't coming, I ain't coming. So if I don't come, the rest of the Powder Puff Boys ain't gonna come. And the rest of the dumpster trash, backyard Barbies ain't gonna come either, right? So y'all feel safe. But then people be on the outside. Even if she don't come in, they might be on the outside. And even if she do come in, they might be on the outside. Tiffany is not asleep. I seen it. Anybody that could sit up there in the news reporter's face and lie like that, and they have put out the narrative that she was trying to stop the fight, they lie like that. When she told that lie about unless there's security there, she won't be there, that was another lie. That was another lie. That was another lie. And if she don't be there, y'all better believe she got something set up. She's desperate. Her and her goons. Just telling y'all. So right now, I'm going to open up the line if anybody wants to call in. So you got 678-439-4517. If anybody would like to call in and talk to me briefly, or talk to the Knowledge family briefly, it's all good. Let me read some of the comments while we wait. Oh, once again, the telephone number is 718-439-4517. And we just ask that you don't use profanity like that, and just tell us what you feel. Tell us what you feel. And you know what? Cooking with Frank says something that's real. He says she's trying to cause problems at this point. She knows she's done. Yeah, Tiffany knows that the end is near. She does. She does. And I think she's going to pull out a lot of stunts that people going to think is unbelievable. Just like a lot of people said it was unbelievable to see her get in the middle of a man fight. That's what little so-called wannabe gangsters do. They do that all the time. Yeah, they do. They do that all the time. She went back to the streets. She already had a street mentality. So she went back to what she knows best to try to get what she wants. You know? And that's just what she did. Hello, Cafe. How you doing?
Hi, this is Beth. I'm a resident of the village of Dolton.
Yes. How you doing, Beth?
I'm doing fine. I'm, taking care of myself. I had good lunch, and, I watched some of the election board stuff earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other day, I was at the meeting at Thornton Township, and Do you have any questions? Because I'm not sure what you would like to hear. It was very shocking. I will say that. And every day I get clearer about everything, and then what I'm doing is I'm doing positive things. I'm having, I read the Bible, I stay quiet, I take care of myself well, and then eat good things that I enjoy. All those things help me. So, and all of this was extremely shocking. And then to see people that, are, standing up for the citizens of Thornton Township and Dolton, to have the thugs, the goons of Tiffany Henyard, the supervisor, she's the acting supervisor, to set something up to attack them the way that they did is very shocking. It's very upsetting, and then my source is the Lord, because Jesus is in my heart. Right. And so my strength comes from the Lord, and so I'm just saying it was very shocking. Very upsetting.
So how long have you been living in the area of township or the village?
Just a little history here. Before I came to Dolton, we lived in North Lawndale because we were broke, and so we landed up in the family building. I lived in a basement apartment. I've been through a lot of things, and I'm an overcomer. I'm a survivor, and we came to Dalton. Okay. And we've been here
954.
For 25
Call
years.
us back in about 5 minutes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Miss Beth.
I've been here for 25 years, and now I've made a lot of friends here, and a lot of the people, they enjoy talking to me, and I love a lot of the people here in Dolton. So that's my input, how I feel about this community.
Right. And so do you ever get to speak your piece at the podium when you want to, or things like that? Or you just prefer not to say anything?
Well, I would say this. In April, it was very intense, and that was at the point where still Mayor Tiffany Henyard of the village of Dolton, because she has two positions. Right. Right. One was appointed. Right. Which was Thornton Township Supervisor. Right. The other was an elected position. Right. The mayor of the village of Dolton. Right. So when we were going to Village Hall in April, that was a very intense meeting. And we were kept outside. And then one of the factors of Village Hall, which was a building that was a bank, it was given to the village of Dolton as a gift. But the normally before all of this, it was enough space. But once all the TV cameras and crews were in there, they took a lot of room, and then they only had so much seating. So a lot of times I didn't get into meetings. I didn't get into the April 1 meeting. I was outside. I was soaking wet because it was raining. Okay, well, tell me how do you feel, and then I'll let you go so I get another caller in. Absolutely.
But I do want to ask one thing. Are you hoping for better than what it was? Like, okay, was you there before Tiffany got in office?
Yes, ma'am.
How was it then versus now?
There were issues with Mayor Riley Riders where he clashed with trustees on issues. And it didn't always go smooth. And that's a fact. And I actually went to not all the meetings, probably half. And then you had another question, and I want to focus on that because you asked me, did I have an opportunity to speak in the last year? I have, but the meeting space was so small that my friends, such as Thelma Price or Dan Lee or Mariel Vaughn or Valerie Stubbs, those people are my friends. Sherry Britton, those are my friends. I've been in the background, but I've always been there. Okay. Just because I didn't go to the podium. No. I'm not. I wasn't talking to them or encouraging them. I was there the whole time.
No, I wasn't saying that. Because I didn't ask that question in meanings of if you haven't been to the podium that your voice is less important. That's
my
not
voice is important because
right.
because I'm an encourager and I'm a support crew.
Right.
Through this whole time.
No.
But listen.
Hold on.
Behind them.
Hold on. This is where I was going with the podium thing. Okay. This is what I was getting ready to go with after that question. After you answer the question, if you had said yes, I was then going to ask you, do you feel any intimidation behind that? Because the other ones talks to me as well through email. And I get them saying they get targeted after they have spoken out loud. And that's why a lot of people don't like to talk out loud. So that's why I was asking you about, have you ever been to the podium? Because I was going to then follow up and say, have you ever been bullied or intimidated for doing so?
No, because wisely, in my estimation, I realized that she could intimidate me or give backlash, so I have stayed back on partly on purpose because I feel like I'm dealing with a rattlesnake in the grass.
Yeah, definitely. You talking about a rattlesnake, child, cobra. Cobra. Yes. You're right about that. You really are. And I just appreciate you calling and then letting us know
how I felt. I have felt intimidated
because see, we
by
need
them.
to hear
and not only that, I want you to know I have felt intimidated by the police who have sided with her. It's a very bad feeling.
Right. See,
even outside, not in the meeting, we don't feel safe about them.
Okay. See, that's what I wanted to hear, because people are going to rewatch this, and they also did that Zoom call to try to get help. So we
need help here. We need a lot of help. We need somebody to step in and call that her current activities are malfeasance of leadership or whatever you legally call it. I mean, I'm not hitting the terms correctly.
No, we understand perfectly what you're saying, and you're right. It's somebody, her superiors, such as the governor, the AG, and then there's another attorney general. It's another general.
Kwame Raoul is the attorney general for the state.
And then it's some type of it's another one somewhere. But I do know that this right here helps, because they can probably take just this 5 minutes that you're saying we need help, and I'm from there. They can also use just that little 5 minutes of a voice that's from there saying, hey, look, it's so many residents are saying something needs to change. You see what I'm saying? And they just don't feel comfortable.
That I'm here. Part of the reason that I came to Dolton is to stand up for righteousness and truth. And there are many people who cannot think as clearly as I can here in this community. And I believe that I should stand up and that I should speak and that I should advocate for truth. And we need help here.
Right. And we stand so strongly with you and all the residents. Y'all are not alone. Y'all have a lot of content creators out here. You also have a lot of support. Y'all heard me. I was talking to, in the chat, you got people from London, from the UK. You got people from everywhere who are generally behind y'all 100%. They can't be there physically, but they are there. And it's so many people, supporters, content creators. You have different platforms that get a lot of views, and if you add all that together, people will hear us and hear y'all cry about these people, the village and the township. They need some type of help, some type of attention. Just show a little bit of action, or that you're concerned about what's going on here. You know?
What I'm asking now, what I'm going to ask, because I believe my voice will be heard, is that Governor Pritzker would use the law of the state of Illinois to say that this person, Tiffany Henyard, the elected official, the village of Dolton mayor, would be held in malfeasance.
Right, right. And thank you so much. Thank you. We love you, Beth. And you stay in the chat. And the next time I do a live, I want you to call in, because I just want you to continue voicing, because that's what we need,
All right.
So thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, Cafe.
How's it going? And shouts out to the Cafe of Knowledge.
Thank you. Shout out. Who are we speaking to?
Tony.
Tony.
I'm from Southwest Louisiana, and I'm really concerned about the citizens, the young men who are not advocating with the older gentlemen. There's a lot of women that are strong, and I admire them and salute them. But what's going on with the middle-aged men, or the young men, or the people who have some responsibility to help the ladies and the older gentlemen, Mr. Dan Lee and so forth, to combat that negative corruption there. And I'll get a lot of flack from people who question people who are not from there, and why we are saying things or commenting things. Well, last I recall, I'm a United States citizen, so I have a right to.
You hold on. Do you have an earpiece in, or are you on the speakerphone?
Yeah, I have an earpiece. Yeah, let me.
Because it's kind of muffled.
Okay, how's that?
That's better. That's better.
Oh, okay. And I have ties to the Chicago area, and as an entertainer, I think Tiffany and her goons are the gift that keeps on giving, so to speak.
Yes.
But I make a lot of funny comments. However, none of this is really funny. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
The thing with Miss Darlene on Esther Gray, unfortunately, that to me that is elderly abuse, or abuse of the infirm.
Exactly.
By Tiffany doing what she's doing, she's intimidating that woman. Apparently, and my thought is that she owes her something. She's done something for the lady, because the lady's confused. She seems confused.
Mm-hmm. You're right on that, and that's how I feel too. But to answer your question, about the younger crowd of men and women who have not kind of stepped in with the meetings with the Mr. Dan Lees and the Miss Thelma and the Miss Vivians and all them. I did understand that that's a kind of a working class. Those are kind of our retired, residents that speaks. Most of the ones that have that everyday 9 to 5, not giving excuses, but I've heard that that's kind of like a heavy work spot where they even have to work outside of their community, because remember, Tiffany's basically drained the village, ran out the businesses too. So a lot of them have to travel a distance just to work, and then they travel a distance to get back to their home spot. And then I also think that the type of crowd that Tiffany and her administration is, and the goons, some of them are part of gangs and things like that, I think it could be a little fear. I think it could be a little fear versus the older crowd who are used to, like, they don't care who behind Tiffany or what this person belongs. They're gonna speak, and then you have that crowd. I don't want to really deal with them because I see them more than y'all do. So I think that kind of is a little reason why both of them, the working class, that they got to drive like 45 minutes to an hour away from where they reside to work, because Tiffany has ran off a lot of businesses. And then they have to drive an hour back home. And sometimes that can be draining as well. But not giving excuses, they can come to one or two. But I have seen some more younger ones in their they late 20s and 30s and things like that come, but then you don't see them that much anymore.
Yes.
I'm just
lastly,
saying.
Sorry to cut you. Lastly, I think that based on my experience traveling the country and being a former Marine and having to experience corruption even in my area in Southwest Louisiana. Yeah, that's in Dolton and Thornton Township. That's on another level. I have never seen anything like that before.
Now you got me with that one too. Me either. I mean, and thank you for your service. We appreciate that. We appreciate the service that you put into our country as well. But I've never. I mean, for real. I've seen some crooked ones now. You know, we've seen some crooked ones, but this right here take the cake when you got the gangs and the squad, and wow, it's amazing. And it's out in the opening too. They're not trying to hide it at all.
we have a saying down here: follow ugly home and ugly will answer the door, which means there's nothing about your appearance. It's that behavior. You can learn that from somewhere. You know what I mean? That type of behavior and that type of disrespect for others, especially elders. And then we have that down here too as well. They're targeting the seniors, people who go to bingo, people who need, who are less fortunate, who need food and assistance. And that's where they're targeting for the votes. And I hope that the people that are actually running to unseat her will actually go out there and door to door and every day do it. Don't procrastinate. Don't hesitate. Continue to do it each and every day to get her out of there.
And you know, they did say that when they put signs down, that one of her people, or a couple of her people, they come right up and snatch them signs. They come up on your property and they snatch that opponent sign out your yard, you know? So, I mean, they are very, very bold. Very bold.
Well, we have individuals down here that have been incarcerated for doing that. That's against the law down here.
Right. And that's what we say, because we you know, a lot of us are in states that the states don't allow what we are seeing being allowed, you know. So it's just baffling, heartbreaking, all at the same time. And we seeing the people plead for help, and it's like people are just turning their head like whatever. We talking about the people that can make a difference, you know. So, but I really appreciate you calling in, and thank you for your service once again, and we appreciate it.
Quite welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Cafe.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm trying to speak with Cafe. This is Lady Luck Club.
How you doing, Lady Luck Club? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Salute, sister. Salute. You do an awesome job too as well.
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome content. Yes. Yeah, family. This is Lady Luck Club. She has awesome content over there. Yeah. So okay, what's going on? So what do you think?
Oh man, this has been just one big roller coaster after another. My biggest issue is that, you know, when there comes a point in time for accountability to be had, you know, she's just not going to be accountable. But the worst part is the ones around her that should be holding her accountable aren't doing that either.
Exactly.
There's no reason why Super Stupid should be a free woman right now. She should be in jail.
You're right.
And I think the witnesses, the videos of her attacking someone and hitting someone with a microphone. You use something as a weapon.
Right.
Attacking for what? Like, and just no action with that.
You're right.
The the whole issue with the election hearing. I just did a video on that, and it was so annoying. I had planned on saying and doing so much more with it.
It is.
But I got so annoyed. I was like, screw this. This is an hour long. This is enough. I can't say anymore.
It was long. It was interesting.
Video, so I just couldn't take it because all I was hearing was either Michael Smith, who still knows nothing, stalking people, or the other mayor stalking someone. Why are they taking pictures of a house and then trying to say, here's evidence to prove that he does or does not live here?
Exactly. Exactly.
I was sitting here like, is this election board going to really let these two sit here and testify that they were taking pictures of this man's house?
Yes. And it was quite alarming to me, you know, because it did go to the stalking level. That's what stalkers do, you know. And for, okay, say if we are the person they was investigating to see if you live there, for you to sit and hear how people have been coming to your home that many times, different times of night, watching you from down the street, up the street, would you feel safe going to that house? No.
It's like, if I saw that, I would call the police and be like, there's people out here taking pictures of this man's house. Like, it doesn't make any. My neighbors and I will look out for each other. They would be calling and saying, hey, you know this person sitting outside? I hope you know they out here taking pictures of your house.
Right.
I mean, I called the police so fast, went out there and confronted them. It wouldn't be funny.
You're right.
It's not normal.
You're right.
It's not things that normal people do. You don't, and then knowing that, more than likely his neighbors know at the very least that he's a state senator. So, of course, they don't expect, you know, they might, you have the right to protest those types of things, but you don't expect to just see that.
Right.
Especially to the extent to where they're out here. Michael Smith told me I was headed to church, and I just decided to go by that address and take a picture. I'm like, does he know he's been recorded?
Right.
I mean, he is that dumb.
But then when he couldn't provide but you know, Lady Luck, when they asked Michael to provide a lot of the pictures that he said he took to prove that this car was what he said, that his phone messed up and that he had to get a new phone and that all those pictures went in the clouds and that in the clouds
they shall remain.
Right. So so actually so actually Michael never provided pictures. He was just going out for he was telling them he had it. But when it was time to produce them, he said either his phone was lost or either his phone just had a malfunction and it no longer has anything on it. Everything is going in the clouds.
Let's go back to the fact that he improperly filed the objection to begin with. The fact that it was not based on any finding of fact or law. The fact that he had no evidence to show being the objector, bringing forth the objection, it is his dumb burden to me to prove that Mr. Harris does not live in this neighborhood or in Thornton Township. That was their burden. That's what Napoleon Harris's attorneys keep reiterating. It's their burden to me, not ours.
Right.
My client doesn't have to come in here and say a damn thing.
Exactly.
It's not our burden to me. It's just, that's the law. That's how the rules are.
Exactly.
And you got this dumbass election board where it's baffling to me. It seems like none of them are attorneys. They don't have a good understanding of election laws.
You're right. And that's kind of messed up because I kind of feel I feel that because I do have 3 residents and they are in different states. But that's because of the business that we run. We do the decorating for weddings, for big sport events, all that stuff. And so we go here and there. But for someone to then and say if I wanted to run for something in one of those states, but I'm there probably 3/4 of the time, but it's still within the same year. You see what I'm saying? And for somebody to tell me just because I wasn't at that house for about 2 or 3 months means I'm not a resident, you're a lie.
Exactly. You know what? Who also would say that? Any judge in a court of law.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's not how you prove residence by taking
That's what I'm saying.
Or saying we didn't see them at the house and they're not running.
Exactly. See, that's where I have it because I'm in the kind of a position that they say NAPO, like he running in between 2 houses, but that don't mean he don't reside at both of them. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's wrong because if I'm not at one and then somebody get 1 month's bill and say, see, the water wasn't needed, then nobody run no water for a month. Well, I'm coming back next month. That don't mean that I don't stay there. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
That's not how you prove residence. I mean, honestly, just like the attorney said, at what point did the driver's license not be enough? Like the driver's license and maybe his mortgage deed and or lease agreement,
right?
And or the utility is enough by law.
I can see that.
Stipulations in the law on what's legally acceptable documents to prove residence, and the board is just ignoring that crap.
Exactly.
For 15 minutes of fame, I don't even know what the hell purpose they serve at this point. I was like, what are they doing?
Yes.
And honestly, they need to be voted out.
So they do. I was just getting ready. I was just getting ready to ask you that before I let you go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a couple of more callers in, but that's what I did. Wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you, what do you think that they now listen to me? Do you think they need to vote Tiffany out, or do you think they need to continue with the meeting in person or Zoom?
As far as the electoral hearing?
No, I'm talking about you know, it's a meeting tomorrow. I don't know if it's the village or the township.
They need to find see, here's the thing. You know, the municipal codes, it allows them to be able to vote her out. And she would have to basically like a recall, but she would have to be voted out, and they have to go through, give her the chance to respond to it and all of that. Yeah, by the time you do that, and then she gets 30 days to respond to it, I mean, you have the election coming up. So I would say that if there is a way to expedite that, using the fight maybe as a way to kind of speed roll it, and they can get an assured way to get her out without giving her the chance to have to respond.
Right.
Based on municipal code, then they can try to put efforts into doing that. Personally, if she would have went to jail, that would have made it a much, much easier process. But let's not forget that she is in direct criminal contempt of court, and she could very well go to jail from that criminal contempt charge from Judge Moore.
Right, from
the
judge.
There is a method to use. Oh, she's in jail now, so we can speed this along, because now she doesn't have the right to really, argue and file a response on it, because she just got arrested for being in criminal contempt. She got a criminal charge. So they can do that, or you guys definitely need to vote her out.
Yeah.
For the election, and then focus on these other positions that need to be where, like the electoral board.
773. Give me 2 more minutes. 773. 2 more minutes, and then call back. Okay.
Have a good one.
Okay, wait a minute. No, I was telling 773 to call back. I just want you to get your last words in.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
no, I just want you to get your last. You have any last words that you would like to just say regarding, what they going through?
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate. You got a lot of, these mayors and governors and supervisors out here all over the place. I mean, we have one in Georgia where they're taking this whole public corruption to a whole new level. And what's super stupid, she's been emboldened for too long, because it just ends up being by some sort of coincidence where she wasn't recalled because of a technical issue. She didn't win anything. So it's what's going on is at this point, you guys need to continue to band together.
Right.
Don't allow her distractions, her lying about someone having a knife. Don't allow that to take precedence. Don't even allow it to plant ground. Right. Stay focused on it. Jedediah, he's going to continue to stay there and advocate because he was asked by the people there to be there to advocate. And I think he should continue on doing that. Right. And all the personal opinions of how people feel about anything going on can be put aside for another month and a half. Right. Until we get super stupid out. And once she's gone. Right. Then, if you guys want to duke it out from there, that's fine. You're right. Hopefully this brings people together, teaches people to understand who they're voting for and know who they're electing into these roles. Right. I think they will, and I do appreciate that. And next time I come live, too, you're going to have to hop on with me and talk and things like that. Okay, so I'm all for it, honey. Let's go. So I do appreciate that. All right now. Okay. Have a good one, Cafe. You too. Look sharp, honey. You look blessed. Oh, thank you, babe. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. It was somebody else. It was somebody else. I know it was a 773, and then it was a 8 something. But the thing about us is we don't call numbers back. We don't. After it's gone. Let me see. Hold on. Cafe. Hello. How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, Cafe. How are you?
All right.
I'm from Kentucky. All right. I'm originally from Cook County.
Okay.
And have been gone for probably about 50 years now.
Okay.
But anyway, the thing about the issue that I would like to get your callers to think about is, has it thought that over the last 100 years, Chicago has been run by Democrats. And the Democratic Party, my dad worked for Mayor Daley.
Okay.
Actually. So I know what I'm talking about whenever I know that the suppression of voices is not a new thing in Illinois. And I just wonder if you think that if people can in Dolton get together and actually vote all of them out, because it seems to me like, if you cut the head off the snake, then something else goes back in its place. And in order to get rid of the corruption once and for all, instead of the identity politics, put somebody in there that's actually qualified and everybody has vetted.
Right. Right.
That's really the only way that anything is going to change. And I applaud Jedediah. I think he's doing some good work. And shout out to Lady Luck, by the way. I love her channel too.
Yeah.
I love when Cooking with Frank makes Super Stupid sound like moose mouth.
Oh yeah. But I do think you have a point there about Chicago, and Chicago has been a pretty rough city for a lot of corrupt things. It's right there by New York City as well. So I kind of knew about it growing up in New York City, about some of the things in Chicago. But what I can say here lately, I say in the past 2 years or more, I say 2 years, that, well, a lot of these officials already was in them seats, but I say for the past 2 years, I've been hearing them giving the Chicago mayor, we want them out. And then we hear it down on this end of Chicago, they want her out. And then we hearing it. So maybe it is getting ready to be a shift. It's starting slow, because as you see, this is the first time I've ever seen Chicago raise hell. Put it that way. Excuse my French. But this is the first time I've seen that, because a lot of people used to just sit back like, oh, you know what? That place is the way it is. Some people prefer not to visit because they felt like they didn't care. But now, if you listen, for the past 2 years, Chicago residents, Illinois residents in general, has been speaking up, and they're not liking what they see. And it could come from different generations. Like some generations don't play what our fathers and mothers played, and our children don't play what we played. You see what I'm saying? So it do look like a shift.
I'm just afraid that it'll go back to the way it was back in the '60s.
I'm hoping
that's when I was there.
Right.
In the '60s.
Right.
And I really do not want to see a repeat of the '60s race riots and stuff like that.
Right.
And whether you're Democrat or Republican, we all bleed the same blood red.
Right. Right.
And
right.
Your families and my families, that's what it's all about. What it boils down to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And which now I do like Jason House. I don't like Cassandra Jordan. I don't know either one of them, but I mean, what they're saying, I really do like what they're saying.
Right. Right.
And now Cassandra Jordan too. In an interview with her, it actually said that DeMarcus Quigley had actually worked on a house right next to hers.
Mm-hmm.
This was a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Tiffany was trying to run that block by block stuff.
Right. Right. Right.
So I would say that if anybody really wants to know the depths of her corruption, all she has to do is look into the credit card statements of the Menards or Lowe's or whoever, the lumber companies there, and see who's been purchasing all this lumber,
Right, right. And that's a lot, because Tiffany still has control. She had control over the auditors. She had control over a lot of the paperwork. A lot of the trustees said they was even blocked from getting in the system. So if you can't get in the system, you can't check anything.
And the worry I've got too is, when you have Lori Lightfoot, which was the mayor of Chicago before, she was there, and all the corruption that happened with her. Mm-hmm. I'm just afraid that, I hope the truth really comes out, but I'm afraid that the Democrats are covering for themselves.
Right?
They don't like Tiffany because she's raised too big of a stink. And they're going to throw her overboard, but the corruption's still going to be there to some extent.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and I just hope that if we gonna see, maybe you can call me back in probably another 7 or 8 months.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll see where it stands, because I really do think that Illinois, the Chicago, they're not too happy with the governor because of the way he's let. He let the mayor of Chicago, he running a buck, and then you got Tiffany running a buck. So it's a lot of people are not happy. So I'm kind of trying to see what the next election term gonna look like before I say that. Right now, it looks like they want change. They want better for their state, their city, their village, and their township.
Well, as a neighbor to Illinois, I hope they want better too, and they get better, because. Everybody deserves to be happy and not have their government screwing them over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I thank you
thank you. And thank you for taking the time and calling. I appreciate it.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm going to get 2 more calls in here, and then we'll close out. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore the chat. I really wasn't trying to ignore the chat. I get 2 more calls in. I'm sorry. Spicy Creola. Shout out to all of y'all. Reagan 89, thank you. Shout out to y'all all. I just want to Joseph Case, salute. Malachi TV UK. Okay, then. Salute to you. Patricia Smith. Trina's water bill. Boy, these people. Cafe, how you doing? How come the person keep hanging up? That's about the third time. Cafe.
Hi, Miss Cafe. How are you?
All right. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm great. This is Carissa calling. I used to live in Chicago, but I no longer live there. I live in South Carolina now, so I'm kind of familiar with everything, how the politics work and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the whole Henyard administration and things like that, see, the reason why I'm really more so upset with Tiffany is not because of her race, it's not because of her age, like she says. I just feel like she had the power to really make history,
Mm-hmm.
and she effed it up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's the reason why they don't like to put people of our race in positions of power and give them, you know what I'm saying, give them their grace and their accolades and things like that because of people like her. Now it's going to be very hard for another Black woman, and even of like the caliber of coming from the hood like that. Like, let's be real, Tiffany's from the hood, Tiffany's very ghetto, and people probably was already praying on her downfall, and she proved them right.
Yeah, yeah. You know, Tiffany did a bait and switch. You know, and if I was looking at her as a trustee, as we do, I have to say, Tiffany was a fighter, like for the people, right? That's what she baited. Okay, she baited to Mayor, why you ain't doing this? Because we need this. I can't vote on nothing without all the documentations. She did debate. She did debate what she knew people would want to hear and make people think she's for us. But she knew that if she keep playing that role of I care about the people against their previous mayor, that these people was going to put her in that position. And that's exactly what happened. And then that's when she flipped. So they call it bait and flip. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's, I think a lot of that is, but she didn't really win by a landslide. You see what I'm saying? It was
a lot of people didn't even come out to vote.
Exactly. Exactly.
So if Jason, they even said it and they proved it. If Jason House would have ran for mayor, he would have won. Everybody else actually got more votes than her. The people who weren't even running for mayor.
Exactly. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say you're spot on. You're spot on with that because she won by like 100 and something votes. That's nothing.
It's really not. And again, me being a young African American woman that, you know, came from nothing, grew up in the projects, and I'm now a licensed practical nurse. Nobody in my family has ever went to college or had a degree. I was literally the first one to ever make something of myself. Now, let's just say for a second, when I became a nurse, I got my nursing license taken for stealing pills or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tiffany is the same thing. Nobody in Tiffany's family has obviously ever reached the goals that she's reached. And I feel like she could have literally made not only her town proud, but the world proud. Like, wow, this woman holds 2 positions of power. She's young. She came from obviously not the most fortunate family. I'm not saying that she was poor, but she obviously wasn't that fortunate. Look how she spends. She spends like she never had anything. So I feel like Tiffany let the world down. She let the little Tiffany's who could have been somebody like mayor like her that came from nothing. Now it's like they're not even going to take anybody else serious in that seat in Cook County anymore. That's a young Black woman because of her.
Yeah. You are right. It's gonna take us longer, but we will get back. You know, I do think it's a little girl right now in the village or in the township that will be running both of them. Rather that little girl, what what her ethnicity is, I don't know. But I do feel like it's a young little girl that will be able to run that again, because and a man. But the thing is, the females overcome a lot of obstacles.
Right.
So I don't think that Tiffany ruined. I think Tiffany ruined it for like the next decade. You see what I'm saying?
Because I can see, I'm not saying that there aren't strong ladies in Dolton.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there are some amazing, strong people who are well qualified, obviously more qualified than Tiffany. But what I'm saying is Tiffany let her own people down. That's where she grew up. That's where she went to school.
And you're right. I understand that. But we do have to understand there's a man over there in Harvey that is just as bad as Tiffany. You see what I'm saying? So I always say he don't even let people talk at no comments. Okay, that's from my understanding.
Right.
So he is just like Tiffany. So I can't say that he messes it up for everybody. I can't do that. But it's easy for us to do that because Tiffany is a female. You see what I'm saying? And I really don't think that's going to stop any quicker or any further of any female taking that spot. I can see somebody taking Jason's spot 4 years from now who is a female.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's because of if you look at what they got going on over there in Harvey, what the village just got through going through, what the township just got through going through. I feel like if the right female was able to run at that time, we would get it again.
Right.
You see what I really do.
$500,000 for her mother's driveway. You could have gave that to the schools where your daughter goes to. Your daughter.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she went way over. She went way overboard, but she's gonna be an example of how not to do what she did when you inside of office. They're gonna make an example out of her.
First of all, Tiffany is so underqualified, and I'm not here to tear nobody down. I'm just here to keep it real. Tiffany can't even form a complete grammatically correct sentence. Let's establish that. There's somebody in office that's in charge of 17 municipalities and one village who she don't even know the difference between journalist and journalism. With her two different things. Like, it's just like little stuff like that. Plus, then she has bad money management. You're evicted from your apartment. Your boyfriend got evicted from his business. He's still not divorced from his wife. So you're running around with a married man fighting. You're physically fighting. You taking $200,000-$300,000 flights on the taxpayer's dime, maxing out credit cards, can't get insurance because nobody wants to insure you because you keep getting all these lawsuits.
Right.
It's everything she could have done wrong, she did wrong. That's
You're right. You're right.
Did everything wrong.
You're right. She tore it to pieces. She really did. And
she says, well, there was a death going on before me. So that means just because they did something wrong, I'm going to do it too. So that makes me exempt from the consequences. That doesn't make sense. If we all go rob a bank and let's just say the people before us robbed the bank, it's like, so what? We shouldn't get in trouble because the 4 people before us did it. It's like, hello, like it's still illegal. It's still wrong.
Yeah, you're right. And but Tiffany was thieving way when she was a trustee, just like she was taking the Section 8 money. And that house was clearly wasn't nobody supposed to be living in it. You see what I'm saying? But she was steady having somebody change the coding and the inspections saying that the house is perfect. You see?
What is her infatuation with sex offenders?
I can't use those words on here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't use those words on here.
me that.
Yeah. And well, you know, okay, I'm gonna say this. I did hear Lavelle Redmond, the ex, his little background started coming up. Doing all this is coming back up. Right. And a lot of people are making it look like he was a grown man the way he was a grown man when that incident happened. Okay? What I'm saying is he did his interview. He had all the documents, and we've looked at it because that's what we do. We looked at a lot of his documents as well. He was with two other boys, 2 or 3 older boys. He was a juvenile. See, a lot of people are getting this twisted. Like Lavelle was a grown man messing with he did something to a young girl. He was damn near younger than the girl. Okay? Now, he was running though with big dogs. Okay? So, he was a child when that happened. Now, they booked him right along with the adults, which rightfully so. Right? But the thing is, he was a child. A lot of people keep saying, yeah, Tiffany going with this ex-offender and he messed with a child. He was a child. Right. See, if we're going to tell that story, we're going to have to tell that story right, rather how much it hurts and sounds, the way it sounds. We still have to make sure you don't put a certain code on, you tell it right. That way he can't come after people for saying defamation, because his paperwork say he's a juvenile when that happened.
You can't forget about Michael Smith either, though.
Okay, but I'm finna get to Michael. Right. So the only thing I'm saying is that then he did his time, right? But he had to go to juvie first, because he was a minor. He went to juvie. We're talking about Lavelle Redmond. He went to juvie. He did about, I think, 2 or 3 years, which lets you know he was a juvenile. He had to do 2-3 years in juvie. Then when he turned, I think, 18, they sent him up the road with the big boys. Right. And that's when he finished his time with the big boys. So that's why I say, you know, when he got out, then I said, I can't, as long as you did your time that you were supposed to do. But now when you do something like that and you don't do no time, I got a problem with you. I don't think you rehabilitated. And I don't think you trying to get rehabilitated. You see what I'm saying? Right. So that's when I go to Michael. Michael did. I
wasn't saying that. I just wanted to clear this up quick. I wasn't bringing that up to tear him down.
No, I know that. And I didn't want to make it to seem like that. Right. I just wanted to separate the two, like Michael and then Lavelle, because Michael, okay,
so a pattern of her weird behavior of keep hiring convicted felons and just keep being up under these people.
Yeah, she does that. She does that. But Michael, he ain't even been held really solely accountable for what they said he did. You know, that's alarming within itself. You see?
Because if you read the case, and like I said, I won't say the exact words, because I don't want, you know, I know this is YouTube, but if you really read into the case with that situation that happened when he was working at that school,
yeah. I see
really disgusting facts.
Yeah. And that's just because they brought it up in his electoral thing yesterday when he was on the witness stand. They didn't get deep into that, but they asked him about being terminated from the school. You see what I'm saying? Right. And he still wanted to play in the people's face and still try to act like he don't know what they talking about. But then he finally said, yeah, I was fired from the school. But he said previously when they asked him, have you ever been fired? He said, nope. And then when they waited about 10, 15 minutes and then they asked him, have you ever been fired from the school? He said, yeah. So I get what you're saying is that these men that got it's still a problem with the the tricycle chasers is what I call them.
Right. It's also him. My problem with him is we didn't ask you was your record expunged, because you can see if someone has a record expunged because a red star pops up beside their name, but it won't. Whatever their charges or convictions won't pop up.
Right.
But they're asking, were you ever convicted or charged with these things? That's what the answer was, yes or no. Yes, I was charged. No, I wasn't convicted. Or yes, I was convicted. We didn't ask you was your record expunged.
Right.
Because you were.
It don't matter or not. It don't matter or not. He still didn't do no time for it.
Just like he said he wasn't supporting Tiffany when he just literally made a post the other day that says vote Tiffany Henyard back and re-elect her for mayor.
And he stands by her in news conference. So
you're there in support of Tiffany.
Yeah, he does. It was him, Max Solomon, and Tiffany, and Keith Price, Miss Darlene. All of them did a news conference. That's when Michael told Napoleon's address.
It's something off about that Darlene lady. It's something really off about her.
I think she's scared.
It's something very weird going on with that situation. I don't know if it's elder abuse or whatever is going on, but it's something going on with her. Something ain't right. The lights are on and nobody's home. Right. You're right about it. Yeah. And I think she's what we all been suspecting is what she's been showing us. It just gives that puppet. Yeah, she because sometimes you can see her talks to Chris and them, and then she's scared, and then she don't know how to vote, and then she looks at Tiffany for confirmation and validation before she votes. Yeah, she just odd. I think she needs to do what Jerry Jones did. Just leave. I agree, and I don't like how when it's time to vote, and let's just say she'll sit and she'll think about it. If you really watch her, she'll sit and she'll think about it and think like, that does sound like I should vote yes. But then she knows Tiffany will be upset with her, so she'll look at Tiffany for validation, almost like when a child looks at their mother, like, can I take that piece of candy from this person? That's how she looks at her. And then when Tiffany gives her that look, like, you better not look, follow suit, and then she'll say no. Yeah. So I find that to be it's something off-putting about her. I can't place my finger on everything because she doesn't speak much and I don't know much about her. But she's another one who needs to go when Miss Thang leaves. She's another one. They need to, like they said, clean house. Everybody that was involved or had some type of tie. You're right. And that's that township, isn't it? That township. I don't think Carmen is not, she's not running again. No, she's not. And the only one that's running again that I heard of is Chris Gonzalez. And he on Napoleon's slate. Right. And but Miss Darlene and Carmen and then Stephanie, I don't know if Stephanie's gonna come back, try again. I don't know, but it will be a clean slate. Like it will be new people. So you got. Because I don't see nowhere where Darlene has reapplied to try to be on somebody's slate. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, it's over with. I think she's ready to go anyway. And all those people that Tiffany have on her mayor ticket, one of them, the girl, Vanessa Wesco, she was in the Dolton politics because I'm in that group, and she was in that group responding to comments. And just the way she speaks now, she's literally like a little Tiffany Jr., the way she speaks. She's oblivious to everything that went on. She doesn't know anything about what the negativity surrounding Tiffany. She doesn't know any of the fighting that the trustees did. All she knows is Tiffany is this great, phenomenal person that she's following behind. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. Because I'm not saying that you got to kiss up to clean house, but the least you could do is acknowledge that there's issues there. There's something going on that's not right. What's going on between the trustees and the mayor. That's all I'm saying is acknowledge that, okay, I do see that there's some type of conflict going on. The least you could do is just stay neutral and say, well, I don't know who's right or who's wrong, but all I know is I'm for the people and this is how I'm going to change things. She's just like, nope, I don't know. Tiffany's just a great person and I don't know what Jason does. I don't know. I've heard this and I've heard that. Like, I can't. with these people. She got to take her and her people. When she leave, her and all of them got to go.
Yeah, well, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? And I do appreciate you. I'm gonna get one more call in, but hey, let me tell you, everything you said was on the money, and it gave a big, good discussion. And I really and truly enjoyed that. And you're gonna have to come back again on the.
I'm Adorable Aries. When I comment, my name is Adorable Aries.
Okay.
So thank you guys. Love you guys.
Thank you. We love you too, girl. We love you because I enjoyed your conversation. You really did.
I love you too, Cafe. You my auntie.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Anybody else? One more. I did see 8. I don't know which one it is. It looked like it's disappeared. If I don't look at it before then, they'll disappear on me for real, for real. They disappeared. It doesn't say nothing but the weather on here. But I really appreciate everyone who called. Really good insight. I appreciate the caller who lives in the village and things like that, because we really need to hear from them and things like that, and about how they feeling and things like that. So I just hope things get better. The video that I did, let me holler out the donations in the previous video before I did that midnight video. It's Kenneth Dawkins. Thank you so much for your donation. Winnie, thank you for your donation. Cooking with Frank, thank you for your donation. Kenneth, thank you. Kevin, thank you for your donation. Uncommon Sense, thank you for your donation. Tracy K, thank you for your donation. And Reagan 89, thank you for your donation. Those was the ones that they donated to me the video before I talked about the brawl that they had. So, and I didn't get to shout them out during that video that I was talking about the brawl, because it was like midnight and I was just too through, family. Yes, I was just too through. So let me read some of the comments and then I close out if nobody else want to call in. Let me see if I could man, you a grown woman on a platform judging another woman. Well, you do things people don't like. You'll understand before the government know what's going on. What are you talk? I don't know who James Smith. I don't even know James Smith. You want to call in? Because I just don't know what I'm trying to get an understanding of your comment. Don't know. Beth from Chicago. Shout out. Yeah, well, I guess that's it for that, because what is this? Ooh, yeah, it's been about 3 hours. Oh, it's time to go. Why y'all didn't tell me we was out here for no 3 hours? Y'all did not even tell me, honey. Anyway, y'all didn't even tell me we was out here for no 3 hours. But anyway, I enjoyed everybody, and I just appreciate everybody. I really do. Thank you all for everyone who donated. Thank you. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. Sending love to the moderators. Thank y'all so much. Y'all totally awesome. Live, I couldn't really see the chats and stuff, and I see some of them, but I just be on the roll, and I just like to keep it going. I really don't like to drag it too much, so I just love y'all. Thank you, and I thank each and every one of y'all for y'all support. I can't tell y'all how great it feels to have the support that I've been having, that all of y'all just been showering me with love, and I try to give it and shower it back to you guys. So just thank you so much. I just can't say thank you enough. And, you know, when we was doing this 4 years ago, right at 4 years ago, up until now, I mean, y'all just have been hanging in there, embracing me, you know, through my flaws, hanging in there with me and everything, through the good times, through some bad times. Just thank you all. And hit the like button. I'm sending love to the UK, everyone overseas, everyone in other states, countries, and all that, because I see you all was in here. I mean, just thank you. You just don't, when I seen some of the countries, salute, you know, somebody was emailing me from Africa and things like that. So thank y'all so much. I greatly appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber already. Greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a great Sunday, the rest of the evening. Thank y'all. I did not know we was on here for no 3 hours, family. Now, y'all know. Anyway, love y'all. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block you from your goals and success. Thank y'all.